Okay, good morning everyone. Today I want to talk about how human activity disturb marine ecosystem and affect human health. Okay, I want to focus about microplastic pollution. Okay, the ocean covers more than 70% of our planet and is home of species. Okay, it provides us with food, oxygen, and help regulate the Earth climate. However, over the year, human activities have put this vital ecosystem under serious pressure. Pollution from industry, agriculture, especially plastic waste, has caused major damage to marine life. Among these, microplastic pollution has become one of the biggest environmental threats. Microplastic are tiny plastic particles that come from the breakdown of larger plastic, synthetic fabric, and personal care products. They are so small that marine animals easily swallow them, mistaking them for food. This tiny plastic can move through the entire food chain, from fish and shellfish to human. As a result, we withdraw into the ocean can eventually come back to us through the seafood we eat. I want to talk about our group member. My name is Muhammad Adif Shah, and I have some group members, which is Chua Shankun, Muhammad Shalil Izwan, Tinggung, Tracy, and Rania Farmin. We from group number 2. Okay, let's remove. What is ecosystem? Okay, ecosystem means a dynamic community where living organisms interact with each other than non-living physical environment. Okay, key on ecosystem is living organisms depend on each other and the environment for survival. Energy flows through different trophic level, and last but not least, material cycle between organism and environment. Okay, what is connection about human and ecosystem? Okay, ecosystem. Human are intrinsic part of this interconnect system really of nature for resource. For example, clean water, clean air, or food. Okay. Interdependence, the health of ecosystem directly influence human well-being. Okay, thank you.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Sharul Izwan bin Muhammad Razali. So now I will present about ecology balance and also humans disruption. So now, what is the meaning of ecology balance? Ecology balance refer to the stable state of an ecosystem where population remain a relative constant and also natural process function. So ecology balance has three characteristics, which is relative stable population of organism, and also harmonious natural process, and last but not least, resilience against environment changes. Alright, so for the key disruptor is unchecked production of plastic, and also high consumption pattern, and last but not least, inadequate waste management. So for the human activity contributing to plastic pollution is massive plastic production. It is because nowadays it is a lot of the plastic in this world, which is 450 billion tons annually. The second of activity contributing to the pollution is over consumption, which is a culture of the convenience, had led to the widespread reliance on single-use plastic, which is such as like packaging, bag, and bottles. So for the last but not least, inadequate waste management. It is because only about 9% of plastic waste is recycled.
Okay, what is exactly microplastic? They are defined as a synthetic polymer particle with a diameter smaller than 5 mm. To put that into perspective, imagine a grain of rice, which is typically around 5 mm in length. Microplastics are smaller than that. Their tiny size allows them to ubiquitous in our environment. Okay, we categorize microplastic into two main types. First, primary microplastic. These plastics are internationally manufactured to be small. These include microbeads in personal care products and industrial umbrellas. They enter the environment directly. Second, microplastic. This is the most prevalent type. They result from the formation of large plastic items like water bottles, plastic bags, and fish nets that break down due to sun exposure, wind, and wave. Secondary microplastic come from degradation of large products. First, we can find it in textile fiber, shed from synthetic clothes like polyester and nylon during washing. This is often called microfiber pollution. We also can find in industrial runoff, particularly from manufacturing and processing sites. Third, we can find it in plastic debris, the physical breakdown of large plastic items by UV radiation and wave action in the ocean. And the last one, we can find in roadwear, particle brand from vehicle tires and road making. We move to impact of marine life. So what happened when this tiny particle enter the marine ecosystem? So we can find so the impact is can widespread consumption. Marine animals across all trophy levels, from the smallest zooplankton to the largest whale, mistake microplastic as a food. Second, size matter. Smaller organisms are more toxigenically sensitive to microplastic because the particle can accumulate in their bodies and organs. X. Internal transmission. In gas, microplastic can accumulate in an organism ovaries and eggs, suggesting potential intergeneration transmission to offspring. Okay, so we move to the consequence of marine life sub. Okay, first, intestinal obstruction. The physical block hinder digestive tract prevent nutrient from being absorbed, often leading to starvation. Second, international assertion. Physical damage to the intestinal walls causing tissue damage. And third, false sense of satiation. The ingest plastic create a false feeling of fullness and reducing the animal food intake and ultimately leading to malnutrition and starvation.
Now, I would like to talk about human exposure to microplastics, and there are three main exposure pathways, which are ingestion, inhalation, and also dermal contact. For ingestion, we are actually ingesting microplastics every day through seafood, drinking water, and also food packaging. As for inhalation, we are actually inhaling microplastics every day through the air, both indoor and outdoor. As for dermal contact, do you know that microplastics can actually enter our skin and our body through the cosmetics and textiles that apply to our face and skin? Let's look at how microplastic pollution will cause habitat degradation, especially in coral reef. As you all know, coral reef are one of the most important marine habitat, but they are also vulnerable to microplastic pollution. When corals ingest microplastic, it will cause their feeding efficiency to decrease, meaning that they get lesser energy than they should. As a result, it will cause their immune system to be compromised, meaning that the coral reef are now weaker and more prone to disease. Also, as a result, corals now become more susceptible to other stresses such as ocean warming, which will cause to coral bleaching. Over time, this degradation process from microplastic in water to coral ingestion and reef damage to results in loss of biodiversity, disruption of marine food chain, and reduced coastal protection from storms. What are the potential health risks of microplastic exposure? First off, we have inflammatory and oxidative stress, followed up by digestive system issue, respiratory problems, endocrine disruption, neurological effects, cardiovascular concerns, and also developmental and reproductive issue.
Next, the microplastic circle and human and marine ecosystem. Number one, human pollutions. Because human produce a lot of plastic waste throughout our issues and poor waste management. The waste breaks down into microplastic and get released into the environment. Number two, harm marine life. These microplastic enter the ocean and are eaten by marine animals. They cause physical injuries and cannibal poisonings to fish and undersea creatures. Number three, contaminants human food and water. When human eats seafood or drink contaminates water, microplastic enter your bodies through the food chains. This means the pollution we create indirectly comes back to use. Number five, affect human health. It is because on microplastic or inside the body, they can cause inflammation, hormonal imbalance, and other serious health problems.
For the final slide in our presentation, I will be explaining about how humans can take action to reduce microplastic pollution. First and foremost, we can reduce the use of plastic. As we all know, grocery stores provide plastic bags only on certain days of the week. They encourage shoppers to bring their own recyclable bags to do their groceries instead of wasting multiple amounts of plastic. Number two is that we humans can support sustainable brands. As we all know, most skincare products, makeup brands, food brands, cleaning supplies, all of those things have hopped on the trend of producing their products made out of eco-friendly materials. This makes it easier for us to choose products from companies that are committed to reducing plastic packaging. Number three is that we can do recycling. As we all know, we can recycle properly by following the local guidelines to ensure our items are processed correctly. We can also clean containers before recycling to prevent contamination between different items. Last but not least is that we can choose natural fibers instead of synthetic fibers. As we all know, synthetic fibers and natural fibers both shed microfibers, but it is far more critical in synthetic fibers, as after every wash there will always be microfibers in shedding down from our clothes. Natural fibers such as cotton, wool, or linen aren't as prone to doing that, especially when we wash it in cold water, as it reduces the fiber to shed.